Alafia, everyone. Welcome to Astrorisa Moon Talk Radio. This is our Lunar Review and Pinnacle Dates Report from our most recent Astrorisa Moon Forecast, written February 23rd for the last moon in February and upcoming March date. So we are doing something different. We're sharing with you what we have in our moon forecast that people get every month or twice a month. And we've been doing this for a minute, putting the pinnacle dates in there, but remember we said in January we're going to be doing different things this year. You don't know what you're going to get from me or H2O Network, Dia Nunez, right? So here we go. Let's talk about these pinnacle dates, and let's review the past moon, which was for February 26th. So the previous moon was a solar eclipse, a Pisces Olokun New Moon. It was 8 degrees in house 11. That was February 26, 2017. Now, all of my moon forecasts, they do span between 27 to 29 days. Normally it's 28 to 29 days. These messages which overlap the upcoming moon time, this time it's going to overlap the Virgo full moon, and it's going to run until approximately March the 26th. Anytime there's an eclipse, the cosmic vibrations which influence us are intensified, and it lasts for a couple of months. Okay. As I review this moon forecast, keep in mind how your personal events and the public events are playing themselves out, because this is about hindsight and moving forward. So I think this is a good thing that I'm sharing with you all, because you can look back 10 days, but you also get a chance to look forward the next 18 days. I think that's pretty good. So the new moon themes for this particular time, again expanding days up until March 26th, is security, new experiences, perseverance, careful planning, financial gains and desires, unexpected gains, harmony, family concerns, emotional and spiritual development, relationships, contracts, moderation and balance, arguments, disputes, health concerns, illnesses, and recovery. Now, we know that the new moon is a time for personal exploration and reflection. But as we speak about this particular forecast 10 days out from the new moon time, then it's good because it's going to help us look at what we choose to bring into the next lunar phase for those situations that we have any type of control over, right? The Pisces moon, which was again 10 days ago, had like a really strong feminine influence, or we can associate the act of compassion and nurturance with the feminine principle. So this is why in the forecast I say it has a very strong feminine influence, because it has a lot of, it speaks a lot about compassion and nurturance. The moon time also spoke of a need to balance both the feminine and masculine heart and energies. That was so we are not too harsh and not too emotional. And in being able to do that, we will then have the courage to be open and expressive, to speak of our deepest feelings, to connect with others. And yet we can do all these things from a protective standpoint. So for those of you out there who recently felt like, hey, I choose not to argue the point, but I'm going to express my position, but I'm going to be very firm about it. And that might have been a little different. You might have noticed something different about yourself and your approach. This is why. This is the cosmic influence that you were connecting with. Okay? As the previous Pisces Olokun lunar time runs its course, we also need to look at the warnings of the lower vibrations of this particular Pisces moon. And I say this particular Pisces moon because the lower octave of vibrations of a next Pisces moon may not speak of these things I'm going to share with you. So for this particular moon time, it promotes situations where one's sincerity leads them into entanglements and trouble and arguments because they are not clear. So they got caught up. So if you didn't get caught up yet, make sure you don't get caught up. Okay? This is the warning again of this Piscean moon time. Watch what is said and what one chooses to reveal to others. Pay close attention, as elders say, pay close attention to what is being said and what is being revealed, because this is a eclipse time, and it's just going to magnify situations. It's going to magnify outcomes as well. The lower octave of this moon time also makes one extremely needy and clingy and emotionally stuck in the past. So pay attention to that. Usually decisions center around like the grass being greener on the other side pops up. And that kind of pops up with them. Then I'll say that kind of pops up with any moon between the degrees of 5 and 10 degrees. Okay. Now, our pinnacle dates. Now, pinnacle dates are those important pivotal time frames when it is the seed for change and or it's the blossoming of a change. We have March 6th, we have March 7th through 11th, and we have March 12th. These dates are not only coming from this past Pisces moon time, but it's also coming from the previous February moon as well. Okay. If you want to see the pinnacle dates, please check out the calendar. Just visit my website, www.AstrorisaMoon.com, and click calendar. And not only will you see pinnacle dates or pivotal dates, but you will also see cosmic transits that are occurring as well. So for March 6th, the day of laws and systems and new plans, setting the tone, the rules, and expectations. It's that day when one is reminded to pull their own weight. So if you've been experiencing scenarios and situations where you're like, listen, you gotta contribute to the food fund, or you just like things you just have to do things a bit different. If you're saying that to other people, or you're feeling that for yourself, like I just need to do something different. I need to step it up more. You're picking that up. That's a pinnacle date for that to occur. And it is a strong influence for situations to come. March 7th through the 11th, people will demand and push for a strict adherence to the laws. More people feeling less fearful begin to break away from the norms and formalities, setting themselves apart from others to both create or join institutions that offer help to others. This is a time of great generosity as we begin to move towards the Virgo full moon. These dates reflect the lunar vibration of caring and protecting the people and familial institutions. Decisions made within any structure or institution will have long-lasting personal effects. So check in with the oracle for you all who this speaks to. So I'm definitely seeing this play itself out in the news. The description for March 7th through the 11th, very much so. It's also, This is that pinnacle time when people who normally were able to get away with saying and doing things and not being held so accountable, that's not going to be the case. At least it's going to impact them for some months to come. Okay. And our last pinnacle date right now is March 12th. It's a day of laws, courts, confusion, sickness, or depression. So this is that icky day. So be careful of all forms of substance abuse. This day also speaks of an increase or a causal of health problems due to excessive drug use, not paying attention to what we're consuming, and also venturing out to eat. This is a tricky day, but I am also saying it's an icky day. And troubles with the law or degeneration of multiple kinds increases. So basically, like, I wouldn't go out to eat on that day. And probably not the next day either. And I'd wash my vegetables and fruit very well, because this is basically stating that this is a day when you want to really protect your stomach, thus your health. You really want to be careful of drinking too much or leaving your glass unattended. Just a tricky day that can affect your health, so just pay attention to that. Okay, so this is the synopsis of the report for our past forecast for February 26th moon time. I hope that you have enjoyed our new introduction, public introduction of Lunar Review and Pinnacle date reports. Again, if you would like to get your own forecast, which we do 2 lunar forecasts, and that is $5 per forecast, just go to www.AstrorisaMoon.com. If you have any questions, concerns, want to send me a message, please check in the little summary below and just click and send me a message. I would love to hear from you. And also let us know what you think by typing your comments below. So until next time, when the moon is full, remember to know your truest self, follow the moon. Take care.